Hi, this is Huang from Cisco's IoT Vertical Solution team. Today, I'd like to introduce you the Cisco Digital Ceiling concept. It's a new framework and a set of solutions that allows the building system to converge over to a single IP network to improve building efficiency and also bring you a new set of experiences. So first, let's start looking at what are the new trends and the challenges in the commercial building and the workspace environment. There's a lot of things going on. First, on the building side, there's increasing pressure in terms of real estate costs, in terms of the aspiration to be more energy efficient. So for the building operators, it's really about how do you run your building in a more energy efficient way, and then how do you take a better usage of your space in terms of space utilization. On the other side, in terms of the workspace experience, right, the whole environment is becoming more dynamic instead of being static. People are expecting to be able to access resources from anywhere, any device, from any time. People are having open space design, hoteling, hot desking, right? Then the question is really about how can you go into this environment and ensure the user experience, right? How do you have a seamless meeting room experience? A lot of challenges people are facing. So essentially, it's about how do you run your environment in a more efficient way, lower costs, at the same time improving the user experience. So the technology can be here to help. So I'd like to highlight three things over here. One is about technology convergence, right? For you to deliver that kind of experience, you really need the OT system, the building system, and the IT system to work together and then to enable that new experience. Second, we also see a lot of disruption in terms of the building endpoints, right? For example, in terms of lighting, we're seeing a huge transition in the commercial building from fluorescence to LED in the next 3-5 years. And also, these LEDs are becoming a lot more efficient in terms of power consumption, in terms of the price point. And it's really mature timing for the LED lights to be powered by the network, and so that you can converge the power, the control, and data over a single IP network. Quite exciting. More importantly, these lights will have sensors embedded. So if you look about for your ceiling, you're all of a sudden looking at an information platform so that you can harness a lot of data from your environment, drive the next level of insight, and use that data to enable smarter controls and smarter applications. So the third thing is really related, is about Internet of Things. It's really about gathering the data from your physical environment and your virtual environment, right? This could be the sensor data from the light, this could be the building sensors, actuators, this could be the data you gather from the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or even video sensing as well. So now all of this data will really help you to understand your environment better, and then you can use that data to enable smarter applications in terms of a better user experience or better space utilization or improving your overall business operation, right? So a lot of things going on, and you might be asking, where do I start, right? You talk about all these technologies. So that's where why we introduced the Cisco Digital Ceiling concept. Essentially, step one is really to converge these building systems and IT systems into one single IP network, right? So today we have a lot of a silo system, legacy protocols, really hard to manage, and then you don't get a lot of visibilities and controls. So by converging these systems over to IP, all of a sudden, right, you can start to have a better visibility, and then you can actually link different things together to have a better decision in terms of controls and in terms of experience. We're doing this in a secure and seamless fashion, right? And then working with a set of ecosystem partners. So the goal here is really converging the system over to the IP and start to enable new experiences, reducing cost, and also over time, establish that building and workspace analytics to drive newer experiences. Let me give you one example in terms of how does it work, right? We talk about a lot of a concept. I want to give you a real Cisco example in terms of how we arrange our building and the workspace to enable some of these interesting experiences. So as you can see, when you get into the building every day, get to the floor out of your elevator, typically you want to meet somebody, have a meeting, or you want to go into an APR room to quickly work and collaborate, right? So a lot of time people have challenges in terms of finding the right room, right? In today's open space, you see a lot of smaller rooms, but you don't know which one is available, which one is not, and you can't find it, take you 5–10 minutes, right? So what we did is really bring all these systems together into one framework, right? If you look at this, you walk into the building, right? You see a kiosk in front of you, right? Over here on the kiosk, you see multiple informations from your sort of a meetings system, from your sort of video scheduling system, allows you to real-time find which room is available and book the room. And also you can add a meeting to it in terms of a quick collaboration with your colleagues, right? So, and then you can also navigate easily to quickly find the room on the floor. So as you can see, over here is really about linking multiple systems together. This includes your digital signage system. This include your sort of meeting scheduler system. This includes your video scheduling system. They're all coming together to enable this experience. Now next, you get in front of the room, right? One of the challenges a lot of people are facing is that a lot of the meeting rooms are being booked, but actually not being used, right? So based on the survey we did with the customer, easily 20–30% of the meeting rooms or APR rooms are actually not being used. So now you can actually do a check-in system, right? Either using a room sign or using a mobile application. So the application I'm showing is called Cisco Smart Space. Essentially, it's a piece of application that kind of bring the different systems together, give you that GUI interface. So over here, you can check into the room to tell the system that you're actually using this room. Once you check in, the system knows that Qiang is walking into the room, and then it knows my preference in terms of the room lighting temperature, intensity, and how warm do I like it for the room. This way I can quickly situate myself and then start to be productive, right? And then after that, I can actually control using my mobile device the room temperature. I can change the light colors and the light temperatures, so that I can really kind of make the room very comfortable to myself. The other challenge has been if you need to use the video endpoint, sometimes you need to take another 5–10 minutes to set it up, right? Now that the system knows you're coming in, we can do an auto sign on, right? So you can quickly use your video endpoint and start to collaborate and talk to your colleagues and start to be productive. So as you can see, again, this is really about bringing the lighting system together, bringing the video system together, and bring the building automation together into a common framework to enable this kind of a new experience. We call it the workspace personalization, right? The workspace is open, public for everybody, but when you walk in, you feel like the workspace is only working for you. It's a very personalized experience we can enable by doing this. Now next, what if it's not going to be yourself in the room? You're going to have a small meeting with 3–5 people in the APR room. Now you have more people, you need the room to be cooler. So over here, the sensor on the ceiling can sense the occupant level in the room and start to signal the building control system to make the room cooler, right? So again, you have an on-demand adjustment of the room temperature. So that's a common challenge a lot of facilities guys are facing, right? Some part of the building is too cold, some part of the building is too warm, right? And then they get a lot of calls from the users every day. Now you can actually do this in a very automatic fashion, so you can actually save your time to do something more meaningful. So again, it's another interesting example, right? How can you solve some of the challenges, run your building and workspace in a much more intelligent way by converging the system together to enable new outcomes. So that's pretty much the end user experience side. What about on the operation side, right, in the back end? So on the operation side, as you can see that if you have sensor on every single light, now you have a very granular visibility in terms of how the energy is being used, and you can actually have a very granular control of the lighting, which is a big energy resource from the building. So over here, showing you a couple examples, right? For example, daylight harvesting. Based on the sunlight coming from the window, you can dim the light based on that condition to save energy, right? You can also do a very granular per light energy control. So this way, we have shown that you can easily save additional 50% of energy by doing that. So this is something that you cannot do today without this kind of intelligence at the light level. So another interesting example is really about, once you have all the sensors at the light, you're really gathering a lot of information from the environment, right? So all of a sudden, you're sitting on a lot of data, right? It's a gold mine for you to really understand how the space is being utilized. You can see the heat map, you can see the traffic flow. So essentially, it really helps you to understand how your workspace is being utilized. And then when you start to design the open space, you can actually make your space utilized better, smarter, to make sure that you have a better utilization, at the same time, very good user experience. If you run this in a retail environment, right, you can really understand the customer traffic, and you can use this data for product placement, for product promotion, really help you to drive your business result. So this is only the beginning of building analytics and workspace analytics, really help you to enable smarter applications over time. So how do we do this, right? Cisco alone, we can now enable this. This is a new vision and new framework, right? So we're working with an ecosystem of partners to enable this new paradigm. So at the launch this year, we're taking 15 ecosystem partners, right, including lighting leaders, including building automation leaders, including some of the enabling technologies, cabling, components, also the application developers who are taking advantage of the data to write smart application on the top. And then here's the high-level architecture. As you can see, these are some of the key building blocks of digital ceiling. So at the bottom, you see an ecosystem of devices. These devices could be the lighting, could be the building controller, could be your Wi-Fi, security, right? These devices are quickly converging from high voltage to low voltage, being able to powered by the network, by the PoE, right? And these devices are increasingly provide a lot of data through the network. And then you're looking at the infrastructure layer. That's where we play. So we have done a lot of optimizations on our switching and the network infrastructure to support digital ceiling. So this includes providing PoE Plus and UPoE power to power these devices, right, from 30 watts to 60 watts. And this also includes a lot of enhancement to make it very simple to deploy and very simple and friendly to operation side. So this includes plug and play deployment of your switches. This includes persistent PoE so that we can deliver power whether we forward packet or not. This also includes some of the open secure protocols we're working on. So essentially, we're delivering IoT protocol so that people, the endpoint, can communicate with the control application in the open, secure way. And also, we're publishing information model so that you can talk to these devices in the open language to support better interoperabilities to enable some of these new experiences, right? And then beyond that is the control applications. This could be your building control system, lighting management system. Through this converged infrastructure, they can easily have a software-based policies, run those smarter controls to enable new experiences, and also gather the data from the environment, right, and then take advantage of the data. And then on the top is a set of smart applications, right, you can write for building automations, for smart workspace experiences, essentially through APIs, get the data from these building control, lighting control applications, and then take advantage of the data to write interesting applications. So that's pretty much a quick snapshot of Cisco Digital Ceiling. Again, it's really a framework, a set of solutions to help you to converge the building systems into a single IP network, to help you to drive the building more efficient, to reduce cost, and enable new workspace experience. Thank you for watching.